Hello everyone, welcome to By the Numbers. I'm FM20 and I hope you're doing well. We played a few matches since the opener, which was that 3-all kind of thriller that we had. As you can see here, we're in 10th position with 2 points out of 5, minus 6 goal difference. Sounds terrible. And we've had some unfortunate results, I'll put it that way. But I'm not too worried. Because first of all, two of the teams are doing worse than us already. Look at that minus 13 goal difference for Ballina. They're suffering, so they're the ones we're going to hope are going to go down automatically rather than those. And if we look at the schedule, it's a sea of sort of red and yellow. We had the 3-all draw against Crusaders, and again, we could have held on. That could have been 3 points to us, but it wasn't. Against Coleraine, it was a tight match, but they just about edged it and they probably deserved that one in the end. Glentoran, we had a 2-all draw. The goal by Gibson was kind of like a screamer from distance. It was all a little bit against the run of play. Sorry, so there's some really good movement from our side. We played pretty well, got the point. We wouldn't have got the point last season against them, I don't think, so he seemed promising. Devlin played really well. Greg got the penalty after playing particularly well, just not finishing anything off. Then we played our rivals Linfield, who were much stronger than us, and we gave away a penalty with sort of 2 minutes played, so we shot ourselves in the foot there. And then the 20th minute, more or less, Paddy McCallion, who'd been playing quite well and has been in the previous matches, got sent off, and then we were just kind of holding on. We also had a goal disallowed against them. Unfortunately, but again, it's a 3-0 loss, but actually we'd thrown the match with about 20 minutes to go. Against Larne, we also had a goal disallowed again. Greg managed to get one right at the end, but he'd had one disallowed earlier on, which was a little bit tight, I think. And Larne are just so much stronger than the rest of us that, again, I'm not worried about a 3-1 against Larne or a 3-0 against Linfield. They're by far and away the strongest sides. Put in context with the kind of general sort of strengths of the teams. We're already here. So Larne's salary per annum is 3.8 million. We've not got the lowest, but we're only paying 149,000 per annum. They spent close to $250,000 overall on getting players in. No one else got even close. Everyone else is more or less a selling club for peanuts, apart from one or two of us. Us doing our splashing out on Greg, for example. So the fact we lost against them 3-1 isn't terrible, especially because we performed well. And then in the cup, we played against Armagh, who were in the championship, and we lost 3-2. And we did basically rotate our entire back line and both of our wingers, essentially, for this one. We dominated them, we smashed them all over the pitch. It wasn't to be, we just couldn't break them down in the end. Gave away a penalty again. And the painful thing is, this Thomas Hewitt is a player we had on trial, and we made him an offer and he accepted, and then I pulled out because I thought he wanted quite a bit. But maybe I should have kept him. He certainly would have scored against us, but we're out of the cup, so we'll be disappointed about that because we expected to get into the next round, and Armagh are below us. But even in the media expectations, they thought it was going to go into penalties rather than anything else. So it's not like we were clear favourites for that. So I thought I'd bring you back for the Glenavon match because maybe we might win this one. I'll be able to see what's going on with the team. Let's make some changes actually. Let's see what we've got. We've got Greg and Bonis up front. We're giving them a go. I'm still doing the show you. I'm still doing the spreadsheet. So I think you can see this here. So I'm still going through and looking at the XG, the received pass XG, which I've realised is some similar to a statistical kind of concept in football called impact or pitch impact, and the X assists and things like that. How many goals, how many assists? I've done it. Got Bonis, Greg, McLaughlin, Gorman came on for a sub appearance. Macquarie came on for a sub appearance. Hunter's not come on for anything yet. Now there's a graph, so I'm not giving him a box. And then I'm still kind of aggregating it as we go along for some of these things. Not enough games gone yet for us to know whether we need to make any big changes. It's a very similar pattern to how it was at the end of last season. Bonis is getting into good positions, it's just not banging them in. Greg's doing quite well though. Greg's got 5 goals so far. And he's only 17 years old. So he's got some promise. And the one thing we've got to worry about is we don't want him to show too much promise because he's got 40% sell on. So we need to try and deal with that at some point. Cockcroft we can keep there. He's a bit tired. Gordon and Heron we're going to change. So let's bring back Devlin on the left. He's been playing quite well, cutting down along the wings. And bring Paddy McCallion back there. We'll keep Byrne in the defensive midfield position. And what we'll do then is we'll have Williamson as a left back. And we'll have McGovern rested. And McVeigh in the centre. And Gary Gregg on the right. Just need to play around with some of the subs benches. We'll have Little, Strain, Downey, right. We've got Dunn and Mal Gordon. We might move Mal Gordon for Harry Edgar. And McLaughlin's not particularly fit there. He did score in the last match, so maybe we'll keep him. Bring him on as a sub, build at fitness. This should do it for us, hopefully. Obviously Glenavon are above us in the table, but it's still early days. We're at home, so hopefully we can get something from this. Let's fit those strikers. It has been a bit of a tough run, but we have at least got a match against Linfield and Larne out of the way. 2 big ones that we were always probably going to lose against. At least we got kind of back-to-back, pretty much. So now we can build our form back up again against the other teams, be a bit more competitive. Say that we'll probably end up giving away a penalty at some point. It's been interesting to see the team play. They are definitely playing better than they were last season. But again, that's probably not hard, considering how bad we were last season as well. Apparently we've dropped down to the 11th position because of the results elsewhere. Not much has gone on this match. We are kind of edging it in the match stats. And we have been putting in some reasonable match stats against most teams, apart from Larne and Linfield, where we were kind of pegged back a fair bit. But we're going to get into the half-time without much actually going on, other than lots of yellow cards for us to deal with. I'll have to have a think about this. So I've asked for revenge. Maybe I shouldn't have asked for revenge. Go to tactics, see who we can bring on. So we've got Dunn who can play on the left and the right. We've got Edgar who can play on the left in midfield as well if we need to. McLaughlin could apparently play on the left if we really want him to as well. And Byrne. It's a tricky one. Because I don't want to play with a man down. But one of them's going to get a yellow card. Let's try Dunn on there. McLaughlin on there. Let's see how we get on. It's a bit extreme for half time, but when we've racked up that many yellow cards at that point, I still want to. I'd rather just get a draw, playing it safe and get some more points or a point on the board. Rag in. I was hoping it'd be a really exciting match as well. Lots of attacking kind of intent, but it's been pretty quiet in the first half. The tackle, a bit wayward in terms of where the ball ended up, but not seen much of Greg, not seen much of Bonis. Didn't really see much of McCallion and definitely neither. See it as a drawing. Alan Millard's drawing as well. On Cockcraft, go along. On Greg. Got two Gregs on the pitch. I think this is their highlight, isn't it? It's going to go back for a chance for them. Come on, just get it back. Given too many opportunities now. Not a great highlight. Backs and forwards, nothing of any particular interest. Ooh. That was very close to going in. Ronnie McDonald's been doing okay in nets. I don't think he's got any clean sheets yet. He's very rough. He's very raw. Let's make a sub. Who can we bring on? I want to bring on Downey. Let's bring on Downey for Cockcroft. On Greg, go along. Somebody go along. Okay, go along, but go along better. Well done. Yeah, another free kick. Oh, I'm just about to take him off. Well, that's changed that, hasn't it? I have to discard that change because I can't bring Downey on for him. Let's make another sub then. Let's bring Downey on. Actually, no, let's bring Harry Edgar on for Williamson because Edgar actually played quite nicely in the last match. You have to hold on for long. Fresh legs in defence will be alright. Come on. It looked like he crossed the line, that's true. No VAR in Northern Ireland there. According to the match stats, we've played slightly more attacking than them, but if those shots are useless shots, there's no point, is there? Going out. Edgar's already picked up a yellow card, good man. Bonis nods it onto himself. Bonis, is he through? Oh, that was a really good chance. Really good chance. Bonis doing the work for himself. Greg, that's McLaughlin. This is a bit better. Now the match is almost done, and we're a player down. Bonis. Just a little bit too much for him. A lot of yellow cards on the pitch. Greg, the right back's been doing alright as well. He's had a few errors in a couple of matches. He's given away a penalty as well in the past. But he seems to be settling in alright. Stats are a bit closer now. I think a draw is probably fair if we can survive. This highlight's going on for far too long. Oh, come on. Another penalty. Oh, that's not deserved at all. Last possible minute to give it away as well. There is nothing for us to do. Oh, that puts us slightly further into trouble. Not happy. We should have got something. anything from that. 7 without a win. Technically 8 if you count the cup match. It's not too bad at the moment. No, nothing's too far away from us. We can easily recover from this. Especially when you've got someone like Greg already getting into the top goal scoring, or the top 3. What's our schedule like? So we've got a match against Dundela. I'll come back for the Ballymallard one in this episode, actually. So I'll be back in just a second. So it took a little bit more than just a second. In about a week, I think. Hence the dress and wash and shave in between it's come back. So we're going to play Ballymallard. In the gap in between, we played Dundela. We lost. We won 2-1. It was Glenavon we lost against, which you've just seen. We beat Dundela 2-1. We made heavier work of it than we should have done, considering they're in essentially the 3rd tier. So that was a bit worrying in itself. We've got Ballymallard now. We're 11th. They're 12th. We're both on 2 points, but they've got a much higher, much lower goal difference, I guess, in that sense. Much higher negative goal difference. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we get on. It's been so long since the last recording, I don't remember what I said or if I was planning on doing anything in particular, so you'll have to forgive me if I've not done it. It's just what we're going with for the moment. We did make some subs for the cup match, if I remember correctly, to give a few of the players a bit of an opportunity, so we have to bring a few back, a few swaps. We'll bring Heron on for McCallion because he's suspended. We'll bring Cockcroft in for Downey. Done. Got McGraw and Greg playing. Should we bring Bonis back in? Yeah, it's time to bring Bonis back in for this one. McGraw. I'm going on the bench instead of Conor McCree. Gary Gregg, McGovern, McVeigh. These are all the players we want to start with, really. And Ronnie McDonald in nets. We'll give this a go. McCallion and Devlin on the wings have actually got quite a few yellow cards and red cards between them, so they're quite active on the wings, which is why Heron's going to have to come in and replace McCallion. Right. And into this. Assertively has some faith in the strikers. Let's see how we get on. I noticed when I did a quick listen back to the first video I recorded, or the first part of this video, honest almost, and I noticed my microphone quality is not as good as it used to be, so something's gone on somewhere where I've set it up. I have moved desks, essentially, moved rooms. There might be something. Burns. Good. Maybe something to do with that, so you have to bear with me whilst I try and fix it. Right, so just under 3 minutes in, and they've taken the lead. Just being played on side, I think. Right, we can come back from that. We've got plenty of time to come back from it, but it is pretty damning if this is what's going on already. Greg back to Bonis, or just over. Just over. Greg long to Greg. Almost. Well, almost dangerous, I should probably say. We've got some depth on the bench a little. Well, more depth than we have than in previous seasons, I think. I've got a few options I can bring on later on. Not necessarily the most productive of options, but they are still options. We are edging it in kind of opportunities. You might have noticed Jordan Black, one of their players, has got an asterisk over their name. I think that's because he's one of the players I was trying to get in the off-season but couldn't persuade. He wanted far too much money. And then when I didn't give it to him, he wouldn't talk to me, so I couldn't go back and try again. Cockcroft go on. There we are. Keeper came out, didn't get it. Ball gets back to Cockcroft in that kind of space. And there we go. So Williamson gets it in. Oh, Hutchinson did it for them, but we'll take it. Gets us back onto a level playing field with them, just in time for the break. Go on, McVeigh, go long. Bonus down to Greg. Devlin, get it back in. Greg tries from there, a little bit far out. For him anyway, it's much better closer in. Well, they're all much better closer in, to be fair. Right. We have been the better team. Keep on going. Glenn Burns apprehensive, let's just say. A lot more from you. Doesn't care. It's not got any worse. Heron. We'll just take off actually if we're done. See how that goes. Heron's not been doing very good. And the opportunities he's had sort of this season, last season, he's not been spectacular. Come on, close him down. Rainey. Greg with the foul. I was looking at how many, what sort of discipline record was for worst discipline. And last season we had like 130 yellow cards, something ridiculous like that. By far and away the highest. So we had the worst discipline last season in the league. And the season before we also had the worst, but it was about 106 yellow cards this time. Get it out. Cockroach clearing eventually. Right. Let's think about making a few changes here. So there's no obvious kind of weak spots. Let's look at what we've got on the bench. So we've got McLaughlin we could bring on. I think might be a good shout. We've got Harry Edgar. On the left. We've got Conor McGrath. Might be a good one to bring on. But he's more of a target man, really. Let's bring on McLaughlin. Let's bring him on for Bonus. We can kind of leave it there, I think, just for a little bit. See how they get on. Only got 20 minutes left. Go on Cockcroft. Straight against the wall. Back to Devlin. Out to Dunn. Back in McLaughlin. He's almost there. Got to it, but couldn't knock it past the keeper. McVeigh back into Cockcroft, back in the box. Dunn across. Reasonable move from that. Putting stuff together, it is... The frustrating thing about this season isn't that we're not picking up points. That is frustrating, but probably more frustrating is that we're playing okay. We're just not finishing off. McGovern off the bar. Greg from the throw, McVeigh, McLaughlin. Try again, get back in. Off for the throw in. Let's bring McGrath on for... What have I done there? McGrath on for Greg. Swap these two round. McGrath's one of our kind of youth strikers, so giving him a few games here and there to see if he takes to it. Oh, come on. Yeah, they have surely won it. The defender that we had an eye on signed for them instead. Keeper going completely the wrong way. Misdirected them entirely. And that's in injury time again. So something's going on. Clearly I need to shout at them more when we get to injury time, because that's not good. This could be the season where we go down. Despite our analysis and improving things, this could be it. See, blocked again. We have outplayed them, but then just lost it right at the end. Burnout. No. Tackle by Williamson. Go along. I don't think there's enough time for us to do anything at this point. Other than for Devlin to go get himself an extra yellow card. Well, this isn't great, is it? Proper kick in the knackers is this. Right, let's go look at the table after this. I mean, I know where we are in the table. We're bottom. So there we are. 7 played. Ballymallard have lifted themselves up out of the relegation spots. It's us Crusaders and then Ballymallard. that's the frustrating thing. We're playing reasonably well, but we're conceding late goals. So that's the thing. So Alamard, we conceded that one, 90 plus 2. Against Ndella, 90. Glenavon, 90 plus 4. Okay, that one, no late goals. Actually, only a past couple where we've got those kind of last minute. Oh, there's one against Crusaders right at the start. So 3 last minute goals that have cost us 5 points. Well, 4 points, technically, across these 7 games. So we need to concentrate on that for other matches. I'm going to play ahead, play a few more games, probably come back maybe in November. A good long run. Mainly just because I've got less time to record, so I can't do as many episodes. One of the things I'm also doing is I'm setting up my blog as well, so I'm going to eventually shift some saves to a blog instead of this, and just maybe keep the channel for summaries or Tahiti. Well, definitely the Tahiti save, but maybe summaries for other saves and stat stuff I might do in particular. I might do walkthroughs and sort of in-depth stuff on video for that. So I'm going to try and blast through this season a bit, but we could end up relegated with a stronger team than we had and a better performance than we've had in previous seasons, partly because the league's stronger. So Ballinamallard and Portadown, who are probably our relegation rivals, are pretty strong at the moment in comparison. There's no other real weak links we can see in there. But anyway, we'll be back for another episode soon. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later.